When was the last time you just stepped outside, breathed in the fresh air, and felt your stress melt away?
That's quite the opening question, Emily. Though I have to ask, are we really talking about going outside when most people prefer their air conditioning?
Oh, Brian, you're such a technology person. But seriously, listeners, think about it right now. When did you last spend real time outdoors?
Define real time. Because I walked from my car to the coffee shop this morning, and that counts, right?
Welcome back to the English podcast for listening and speaking. I'm Emily, your nature-loving host who believes the outdoors is the best classroom for both English and life.
And I'm Brian, your slightly skeptical co-host who thinks Wi-Fi is more essential than fresh air. But Emily's slowly changing my mind.
Today we're exploring something absolutely beautiful, connecting with nature while learning English. We'll discover how spending time outdoors can recharge your energy, improve your language skills, and transform your whole perspective.
And we'll focus on practical grammar, specifically the simple future with will. Because making plans for outdoor activities is the perfect way to practice future tense.
Plus, we'll learn amazing vocabulary like recharge, serenity, scenery, and unplug. Words that will help you talk about nature experiences in English.
Curiously? But Emily, before we dive in, I'm genuinely curious. Why are you so passionate about this topic? Most English podcasts stick to grammar and vocabulary without getting so emotional about nature.
Because, Brian, learning English isn't just about memorizing rules and words. It's about connecting with experiences that make us feel alive.
And nothing makes me feel more alive than being outdoors.
I have to admit, there's something interesting about combining language learning with personal experiences. It makes the vocabulary more memorable.
Exactly. When you learn the word serenity while actually feeling peaceful by a lake, you'll never forget that word. It becomes part of your emotional memory, not just your academic memory.
So you're saying we should all abandon our comfortable indoor lives and become wilderness adventurers just to learn English better?
Not at all. Even 5 minutes in a small garden or sitting by a window with plants can help you feel more grounded and focused for language learning.
Grounded. That's one of our vocabulary words today, isn't it? What exactly does that mean in this context?
Grounded means feeling stable, centered, and connected to yourself. When you feel grounded, you're calmer, more focused, and better able to absorb new information, like English vocabulary.
That actually makes sense from a learning perspective. If you're more relaxed and centered, your brain is probably more receptive to new language patterns.
Yes, and listeners, that's exactly what we want you to experience today. We want you to discover how nature can become your English learning partner.
Speaking of our listeners, Emily, shouldn't we ask them to like and share this episode? You know, before they get too distracted by birds chirping outside their windows?
Absolutely. If you're enjoying this conversation about connecting with nature, please hit the like button and share this episode with someone who needs more outdoor time in their life.
And we'd love to hear from you. What's your favorite outdoor place? A park, mountain, beach, or maybe just your balcony? Comment below and let us know.
Because here's the thing. Everyone has access to some form of nature, even if it's just stepping outside for fresh air during lunch break.
Fresh air. Another vocabulary word we'll explore today. But Emily, what makes outdoor air different from indoor air? Is it really fresher? Or is that just a romantic idea?
Oh, Brian, there's real science behind this. Outdoor air has more oxygen, especially around trees and plants. It's not filled with recycled air conditioning and indoor pollutants.
So when people say they need fresh air to think clearly, there's actually a physiological basis for that feeling?
Exactly. And that's why spending time outdoors while learning English can actually improve your concentration and memory retention.
So you're telling me that studying English under a tree might be more effective than studying in my perfectly climate-controlled office?
It might be. Plus, you'll learn vocabulary in natural contexts, practice speaking without feeling self-conscious, and associate English learning with positive, relaxing experiences.
That's actually a compelling argument for outdoor learning. Most people associate studying with stress and indoor environments.
And that's exactly what we want to change. Learning English should feel natural, enjoyable, and connected to real-life experiences that make you feel good.
Curiously. So, throughout today's episode, we'll explore how nature experiences can enhance English learning while also improving mental and physical well-being.
Perfect summary, Brian. We'll share personal stories, debate the benefits of nature versus technology, and give you practical tools for combining outdoor time with English practice.
And I promise to be slightly less skeptical about giving up my air conditioning by the end of this episode.
That's all I ask. Listeners, are you ready to discover how stepping outside can step up your English game?
Then let's dive into our first topic, why human beings actually need nature connection, even if we think we're perfectly happy indoors.
You know, Brian, I think most people have forgotten that we're actually part of nature, not separate from it. We've created these artificial bubbles of indoor living and convinced ourselves we don't need the outdoors.
But Emily, isn't that progress? We've solved problems like weather, bugs, uncomfortable temperatures. Why voluntarily give up those solutions?
Because our bodies and minds are still designed for natural environments. When I spend too much time indoors, I feel restless, anxious, and disconnected from myself.
So you're saying humans have an evolutionary need to be outdoors? That sounds very scientific for someone who talks about feelings a lot.
It is scientific. Our ancestors spent thousands of years living closely with nature. Our brains are wired to find natural environments calming and restorative.
That's actually interesting. So when people say they need some fresh air because it always clears their head, there's a biological reason for that feeling?
Exactly. And Brian, I love how you use that example. I need some fresh air because it always clears my head. That's perfect present tense expressing a regular need.
Well, if we're practicing grammar, let me reframe that with our focus structure. Yes, and I will go for a walk after this recording just to recharge.
Perfect! You used will to express a future intention and recharge, one of our key vocabulary words. Tell our listeners what recharge means in this context.
Recharge means to restore your energy, like when your phone battery goes from dead to full. But unlike phones, humans recharge better with nature than with electrical outlets.
I love that analogy. When you're feeling drained, nature can literally recharge your mental and emotional battery.
But how does that actually work? What's happening when someone feels recharged after spending time outdoors?
Oh, Brian, it's beautiful. Natural environments reduce cortisol, your stress hormone. They lower blood pressure, slow your heart rate, and activate your parasympathetic nervous system.
Your parasympathetic nervous system, that's your rest and digest mode, right? As opposed to the fight or flight stress response?
Exactly. Most of us spend our days in low-level fight or flight mode, rushing between tasks, responding to notifications, dealing with deadlines and traffic and noise.
That actually describes my typical day perfectly. Constant stimulation, constant demands on my attention.
And that's why you need to step outdoors. Even 10 minutes outside can shift your nervous system from stress mode to rest mode.
10 minutes? That seems almost too simple to be effective.
Sometimes the most powerful solutions are the simplest ones. Let me share what happens when I feel overwhelmed and step outside.
Please do. I'm genuinely curious about this personal experience approach to language learning.
Last week, I was having a terrible day. Deadline stress, difficult emails, everything felt chaotic. I stepped onto my small balcony and just breathed.
What happened next?
Within minutes, I noticed the sounds around me. Birds singing, wind moving through leaves, distant voices of children playing. My shoulders relaxed. My breathing deepened.
And that simple change in environment actually affected your stress level?
Completely. I felt more grounded, there's that vocabulary word again, more centered and stable. The problems were still there, but they felt manageable.
Grounded. Feeling emotionally stable and centered. I'm starting to understand why this word is so important for describing nature experiences.
Yes. And here's another key word, serenity. That deep, peaceful calm you can only find in natural settings.
How is serenity different from just being quiet? I can sit quietly in my living room.
Serenity isn't just absence of noise. It's presence of peace. It's that feeling when you're sitting by water or looking at mountains or watching clouds move across the sky.
You're making it sound almost mystical.
can't I get similar benefits from meditation apps or relaxing music?
Those things can help. But there's something unique about connecting with living, breathing environments that artificial relaxation can't replicate.
So you're saying that being outdoors provides benefits that we can't get from technology-based stress relief.
Exactly. When you're outdoors, you're engaging all your senses naturally. Seeing natural colors and patterns, hearing organic sounds, feeling fresh air on your skin.
That does sound more immersive than staring at a meditation app on my phone screen.
Plus, Brian, when you're outside practicing English vocabulary, you're creating positive associations with learning. You'll remember these words better because you learned them in a pleasant, relaxing context.
Cursoriously, that makes sense from a memory perspective. Positive emotions enhance learning and retention.
Yes. So listeners, here's our question for you. When you feel stressed, will you go outside or stay indoors?
Really think about that. What's your usual stress response? Do you retreat further into indoor spaces? Or do you seek outdoor relief?
Because here's what I've learned. Every time I choose to go outdoors when I'm stressed, I remember how much better I feel. Every single time.
Every single time. That sounds suspiciously perfect, Emily.
Okay, maybe not every time. Sometimes it's raining, or I'm too tired, or I only have 2 minutes. But even those imperfect outdoor moments help.
So the goal isn't perfect outdoor experiences, but consistent, small connections with natural environment.
Exactly! And listeners, we want to hear your plans. Comment below with one sentence using will about how you'll connect with nature this week.
It could be as simple as, I will eat my lunch outside tomorrow. Or as ambitious as, I will plan a weekend hiking adventure.
The important thing is making the commitment and noticing how you feel before and after spending time outdoors.
I have to admit this conversation is making me reconsider my indoor-only lifestyle.
That's exactly what we hoped for. Small shifts in perspective can lead to big improvements in well-being and English learning.
All right, Emily, you've convinced me that nature has benefits. But let's get specific. What kinds of outdoor experiences actually make a difference?
Oh, Brian, I'm so glad you asked. Let me paint you a picture of the most beautiful scenery I've ever experienced.
Are we about to get a travel documentary here? Should I grab some popcorn?
Just listen. Last summer, I hiked to a mountain lake in Colorado. The scenery was absolutely breathtaking. Crystal clear water reflecting snow-capped peaks, surrounded by wildflowers and ancient pine trees.
That does sound visually stunning. And scenery is one of our vocabulary words. The natural landscape and views around you, right?
Exactly. But here's what surprised me. It wasn't just the visual beauty. When I sat by that lake, I experienced something I can only describe as pure serenity.
Seriously. What made it different from just looking at a beautiful photograph of the same scene?
I could hear the water gently lapping against rocks, feel the cool mountain breeze, smell the pine needles and wildflowers. My whole body relaxed in a way that never happens indoors.
So the serenity came from engaging multiple senses simultaneously in a natural environment?
Yes! And Brian, I made a decision in that moment. I will visit places like this more often. I will prioritize experiences over things.
I love how you just use will to express those future commitments. I will visit places like this more often shows a strong intention based on a positive experience.
And it worked. That mountain experience motivated me to plan more outdoor adventures. Next month, I will take my family camping by the ocean.
Camping? Emily, that sounds like voluntarily giving up comfortable beds, hot showers, and reliable Wi-Fi. Are you sure about this?
That's exactly the point, Brian. We will unplug from our devices and truly connect with each other and the natural world.
Unplug, meaning to disconnect from technology and digital distractions. But what will you actually do without phones and laptops?
Amazed. We'll watch sunrises and sunsets, listen to ocean waves, build sandcastles, tell stories around a campfire. Activities that humans have enjoyed for thousands of years.
I have to admit, that sounds more engaging than scrolling through social media for hours.
And we'll breathe the freshest air possible. Ocean air is filled with negative ions that literally boost your mood and energy levels.
Negative ions? Now you're getting very scientific for a camping enthusiast.
It's true. Fresh air near oceans, mountains, and forests contains these beneficial particles that you can't get from indoor environments.
So, when people say they feel energized after spending time by the ocean or in the mountains, there's actually a chemical basis for that feeling?
Absolutely. Plus, Brian, think about the grammar practice opportunities. We'll constantly use future tense while planning activities.
That's clever. Tomorrow we will explore the beach. We will watch for dolphins. I will collect interesting shells.
Perfect examples. And listeners, here's what I want you to do. Write one sentence in the comments with "will" about your next outdoor plan.
It doesn't have to be as ambitious as Emily's camping trip. Maybe, I will sit in my garden for 15 minutes this evening.
Or I will take a different route to work that goes through the park. Small changes can make big differences.
Speaking of different experiences, Emily, what about people who don't have access to mountains and oceans? Can city dwellers get similar benefits?
Oh, Brian, absolutely. Some of my most peaceful moments have happened in urban parks, botanical gardens, even tree-lined streets.
Amazed. Really? City scenery can provide the same serenity as wilderness areas?
Different, but equally valuable. Last week, I discovered a small community garden in my neighborhood. The scenery was simple. Vegetables, herbs, a few fruit trees, but incredibly calming.
A community garden provided serenity. That sounds like a stretch, even for you.
I was skeptical too. But sitting on a bench, surrounded by growing plants, watching people tend their gardens with such care and attention, it was genuinely peaceful.
So the serenity came from observing natural growth processes and human connection to the earth?
Exactly. And I met my neighbors there, people I'd never spoken to despite living on the same street for years.
That's an interesting social benefit of outdoor spaces. They create opportunities for natural human interaction.
Yes, and everyone was happy to share gardening tips, stories about their plants, even fresh vegetables. It felt like a real community.
So your commitment to spending more time outdoors has created both personal well-being benefits and social connections?
Oh, amazed. Completely. Now I will visit that garden every week, and I will volunteer for their weekend work parties.
More future tense practice! I will visit and I will volunteer, showing ongoing commitment based on positive experiences.
Brian, I think you should come with me next time. We will plant some herbs together, and you will see how satisfying it is to work with soil and growing things.
Me? Getting my hands dirty in actual dirt? That's quite a leap from my usual keyboard-based activities.
That's exactly why it would be perfect for you. Your brain will appreciate the completely different sensory experience.
I'm not sure my brain is ready for that much sensory novelty all at once.
Start small then. This weekend, you will find one outdoor space with beautiful scenery and spend just 10 minutes there.
Fine, I will consider it. But I'm not making any promises about the gardening.
That's progress. Listeners, what about you? Where will you go to enjoy beautiful scenery this week?
Remember, scenery can be as grand as mountain peaks or as simple as trees in your local park. The important thing is stepping outside and really noticing what's around you.
And when you do, pay attention to how you feel before and after. Notice if spending time with natural scenery helps you feel more grounded and peaceful.
I'm genuinely curious to hear your experiences, listeners. Comment below with your will sentence about outdoor plans. Okay, Emily, I have to play devil's advocate here. You're making nature sound amazing, but let's be honest, isn't technology just more convenient?
Convenient? Brian, technology might be convenient, but it's not making us happier. We're more connected than ever, but also more anxious and isolated.
But Emily, I can stream any movie, order food delivered, video call friends around the world, and learn anything I want without leaving my couch. That sounds pretty great to me.
Your couch, Brian? Really? When was the last time your couch gave you serenity or helped you feel truly grounded?
My couch is very comfortable. Plus, I have Netflix, which provides endless entertainment and educational content. Isn't that a form of mental stimulation?
Amazed. Mental stimulation, yes, but what about mental restoration? When you binge watch Netflix for hours, do you feel recharged and energized afterward?
Well, Not exactly. I usually feel kind of drained and guilty about wasting time. But that's different.
Exactly my point. Technology often drains our energy even when it's entertaining. Nature consistently restores our energy.
But Emily, technology solves real problems. I can work from home, stay connected with family, access medical information, navigate anywhere with GPS.
I'm not anti-technology, Brian. I use my phone, computer, and GPS too. But I'm talking about balance, not replacing nature with technology completely.
Balance? So you're saying I should give up half my screen time for... what, staring at trees?
Not staring at trees, engaging with natural environments. And yes, if you stay online all weekend, you will feel exhausted instead of refreshed.
That's interesting grammar. If I stay online all weekend, I will feel exhausted. You're mixing conditional if with our future will structure.
Great observation. We can use will to express likely consequences of our choices. If I spend all day indoors, I will feel restless.
So we're making predictions about how our technology choices will affect us. If I check social media before bed, I will have trouble sleeping.
Exactly. And the opposite is also true. If I spend time outdoors today, I will feel more balanced and peaceful.
Balanced. Let me guess, another one of our nature vocabulary words.
You're learning. Balance means finding the right mix between different activities, like technology use and nature time.
But Emily, here's my real question. Why can't technology provide the same benefits as nature? Virtual reality is getting incredibly realistic.
Because, Brian, your body knows the difference. You can watch a beautiful sunset video, but your nervous system won't respond the same way as witnessing an actual sunset.
Your nervous system can tell the difference between a screen and reality. The screen is not even in the journey, and being...
Absolutely. Screens emit blue light that can disrupt sleep patterns, strain your eyes, and keep your brain in alert mode. Natural light has different wavelengths that actually calm your nervous system.
That's actually concerning. I spend probably 10 hours a day looking at screens.
10 hours? Brian, that means you're getting constant artificial light stimulation. No wonder you might feel wired and tired at the same time.
Okay, but what about productivity? I can answer emails, research topics, write documents, all much faster with technology than with a pen and paper outdoors.
But can you think creatively, solve complex problems, and generate new ideas better when you're overstimulated by constant notifications and distractions?
You have a point. Sometimes I feel like my brain is scattered across 20 different tabs and apps.
That's why we need to unplug regularly. Unplug means intentionally disconnecting from digital devices to reconnect with ourselves and our environment.
Unplug? Emily, I tried that once for a whole day. I felt anxious, bored, and disconnected from everything important.
That's because you're addicted to constant stimulation. It takes time to rediscover how to be present without digital entertainment.
So unplugging is like digital detox? Breaking the habit of constant connectivity?
Amazed. Exactly. And here's what happens when you unplug outdoors. You start noticing things you normally miss. Bird songs, cloud patterns, the feeling of wind on your skin.
I have to admit, when I'm constantly checking my phone, I probably miss a lot of environmental details.
Yes! Technology trains us to focus on screens and ignore our immediate surroundings. Nature helps us reconnect with present moment awareness.
Present moment awareness. That sounds like mindfulness meditation, which is supposed to have significant mental health benefits.
Exactly. Spending time in nature is like natural meditation. You don't need apps or guided instructions. You just need to step outside and pay attention.
So instead of downloading a meditation app, I should just go sit under a tree?
Yes, free meditation, available 24/7. No subscription required.
Amazed. That's actually appealing from a cost-benefit perspective. Nature doesn't have monthly fees or premium upgrades.
And it never crashes, runs out of battery, or needs software updates.
Curiously. Okay, Emily, here's my challenge. If I commit to spending less time online and more time outdoors this weekend, what specific benefits will I notice?
You will sleep better, feel more creative, have improved focus, and experience less anxiety. Plus, you'll probably enjoy your technology time more because it won't feel compulsive.
Those are pretty specific predictions. What if I don't notice those benefits?
Then we'll try a different approach. But Brian, I'm confident that reducing screen time and increasing nature time will improve how you feel.
All right, listeners, here's our question for you. Will you spend more time online or outdoors this weekend?
Be honest with yourselves. And whatever you choose, pay attention to how it makes you feel. Your body and mind will give you clear feedback about what truly nourishes you.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm actually curious to try Emily's experiment.
Brian, now that we've talked about nature versus technology, let's dive into the real science. How does spending time outdoors actually improve your mental and physical health?
I'm genuinely interested in this, Emily. We've talked about feelings, but what does the research actually say about measurable health benefits?
Oh, Brian, the research is incredible. Studies show that just 2 hours per week in nature can significantly reduce stress hormones, lower blood pressure, and boost immune system function.
2 hours per week? That's less than 20 minutes per day. That seems manageable even for someone like me who lives practically glued to screens.
Exactly. And here's something amazing. Walking outside for just 30 minutes will help you sleep better than taking most sleep medications.
Amazed. Really, walking outside will improve sleep quality more than pharmaceutical interventions?
Yes. Natural light exposure helps regulate your circadian rhythm, your body's internal clock. Plus, physical movement and fresh air naturally tire your body in a healthy way.
So when you say breathing fresh air will give you more energy, you're talking about both immediate and long-term effects.
Perfect grammar, Brian. Yes, breathing fresh air will immediately increase oxygen to your brain, and regular outdoor time will build your overall energy reserves.
Energy reserves. Emily, you're starting to sound like a fitness coach. Are we talking about actual measurable energy or just feeling more peppy?
Both. Outdoor activities increase cardiovascular health, which literally improves your body's ability to deliver oxygen and nutrients to all your organs.
So there are legitimate physical fitness benefits beyond just the psychological mood improvement.
Absolutely. And here's what I love. Spending time outdoors will naturally encourage more physical activity without feeling like forced exercise.
Unlike my gym membership that I pay for but never use because treadmills are boring and intimidating.
Exactly. When you're walking on a beautiful trail or playing in a park, you forget you're exercising because you're enjoying the scenery and fresh air.
That's interesting from a behavioral psychology perspective. Enjoyable activities are more sustainable than activities that feel like punishment or obligation.
Yes, and that's why spending time in nature becomes a healthy habit more easily than indoor exercise routines.
Healthy habit, meaning a regular behavior that consistently improves your well-being, right?
Perfect definition. And here's the beautiful thing. Once outdoor time becomes a healthy habit, it will continue benefiting your mental and physical health for years.
So we're talking about compound benefits over time, not just temporary mood boosts.
Exactly. Let me share some specific mental health benefits that research has documented.
Please do. I'm particularly interested in focus and concentration benefits since my attention span seems to get shorter every year.
Brian, that's such an important topic. Spending time in nature will restore your ability to focus deeply on single tasks.
My ability to focus deeply? I honestly can't remember the last time I concentrated on one thing for more than 10 minutes without getting distracted.
That's because constant technology use trains your brain to expect rapid stimulation changes. Nature provides gentle, consistent sensory input that allows your attention to rest and recover.
So natural environments act like attention restoration therapy?
Yes, there's actually a scientific theory called attention restoration theory that explains exactly how nature helps restore mental focus and reduce mental fatigue.
Mental fatigue. That feeling of being tired even when you haven't done physically demanding work?
Exactly. When your brain is constantly processing notifications, emails, and rapid information changes, it gets exhausted even if your body isn't moving.
That perfectly describes how I feel most evenings. Mentally drained but physically restless.
And that's exactly what outdoor time will fix. Natural environments will help you feel mentally refreshed and physically satisfied.
So spending time outdoors addresses both problems simultaneously. Mental exhaustion and physical restlessness?
Yes, plus regular nature time will improve your creativity and problem-solving abilities.
Creativity? Emily, I'm not an artist. I work with spreadsheets and data analysis. How will nature make me more creative?
Brian, creativity isn't just about art. It's about finding innovative solutions, seeing patterns, thinking flexibly about challenges.
And natural environments enhance those cognitive abilities?
Absolutely. When you're not constantly reacting to digital stimuli, your brain has space for deeper thinking and creative connections.
That makes sense. Some of my best ideas actually do come when I'm not actively trying to solve problems.
Yes! And outdoor environments will provide that mental space more reliably than indoor environments filled with potential distractions.
So regular outdoor time will make me better at my job, not just healthier and happier?
Exactly. Many successful entrepreneurs and executives make outdoor time a non-negotiable part of their routine because it improves their decision-making and strategic thinking.
Really? That's compelling from a professional development perspective.
And here's another amazing benefit. Spending time in nature will reduce anxiety and depression symptoms as effectively as many therapeutic interventions.
That's a significant mental health claim, Emily. The research supports that?
Multiple studies show that people who spend regular time in natural environments report lower rates of anxiety, depression, and stress-related illness.
So when you feel grounded after outdoor time, that's not just subjective experience. It's measurable psychological improvement.
Yes! Grounded represents a real shift in your nervous system, from stress response to relaxation response.
Listeners, this is fascinating information. Emily, what specific challenge should we give our audience?
I want everyone to post one benefit of nature in your life using will. For example, spending time outdoors will help me sleep better, or walking in the park will reduce my stress.
Make it personal and specific. Gardening will improve my mood, or hiking will increase my energy levels.
And then actually try it. Pay attention to whether your prediction comes true when you spend time outdoors this week.
I have to admit, I'm curious to test these theories on my own stress levels and focus problems.
That's the spirit, Brian. Your body will give you honest feedback about whether nature time creates the benefits we've described.
All right, Emily. We've covered a lot of ground today. No pun intended. Let's take a moment to review our grammar and vocabulary for our listeners.
Perfect timing, Brian. I want to make sure everyone feels confident using simple future with will to talk about their nature plans.
And I want to make sure they don't make the common mistakes I've been hearing you make throughout this episode, Emily.
What mistakes? I've been using perfect grammar all day.
Really? Earlier you said, I will to go hiking next weekend. Do you hear the error there?
Oh no! I said will to go instead of just will go. You don't need to after will, right?
Exactly. The structure is subject plus will plus base verb. I will go, not I will to go.
Impressed. Let me try again. I will go hiking next weekend. That sounds much more natural.
Cursorily. And listeners, this is a really common mistake. Many English learners want to add to because they're thinking about infinitives like I want to go or I need to go.
But with will, you just use the simple base form of the verb. I will visit the park. I will breathe fresh air. I will feel more relaxed.
Perfect examples, Emily. Now let's practice with some of our key vocabulary words. Listeners, repeat after us.
I will go outside tomorrow.
Good. Now try this one. Nature will make me feel calm.
And here's our most important phrase. I will unplug and recharge this weekend.
Emily, did you notice your pronunciation of recharge? You're stressing the wrong syllable.
Really? I said recharge with stress on the first syllable, right?
Exactly the problem. It should be recharge with stress on the second syllable, like charge with "r" in front.
Amazed. Recharge. Oh, that does sound more natural. Let me try the whole sentence again. I will unplug and recharge this weekend.
Much better. Pronunciation matters as much as grammar when you're practicing English.
And speaking of pronunciation, let's make sure everyone can say serenity correctly. It's serenity.
Serenity. That deep, peaceful calm you find in natural environments. Can everyone repeat that? Serenity.
Now let's use it in a sentence with will. Spending time by water will give me serenity.
Emily, I notice you're still making small errors. You just said will give me serenity, but earlier you said will give to me serenity.
Did I really add an extra two? That sounds so awkward now that you point it out.
It's another common mistake. The structure is will give me or will give you, not will give to me or will give to you.
So it's nature will give me energy, not nature will give to me energy.
Exactly. Let's practice more correct sentences. Fresh air will give you clarity.
Walking outdoors will give us better sleep.
Spending time in gardens will give them peace.
I love how will works with all subjects. I will, you will, he will, she will, we will, they will.
And the verb form never changes. Always the base form. I will walk. She will walk. We will walk.
Curiously. Brian, what about negative sentences if someone doesn't want to go outside?
Great question. Just add not after will. I will not stay indoors all weekend. Or use the contraction won't.
I won't spend all day on my phone. I won't ignore the beautiful scenery outside my window.
Though, honestly, Emily, I think most of our listeners will want to make positive plans after this episode.
True. Let's practice more positive will sentences with our nature vocabulary.
All right, let's see if you can use grounded correctly in a future sentence, Emily.
Spending time outdoors will help me feel grounded. How's that?
Perfect. Grounded means feeling stable, centered, and emotionally balanced.
Now, listeners, your turn. Can you create a sentence using will and grounded?
Cursoriously. And what about scenery? Can someone use that in a future tense sentence?
I will enjoy the beautiful scenery during my nature walk.
The mountain scenery will take my breath away.
We will photograph the scenery to remember our outdoor adventure.
Excellent examples. Now let's review our complete vocabulary list one more time.
Excited. Fresh air. Clean outdoor air that helps you breathe better and think clearer.
Impressed? Unplug. To disconnect from technology and digital devices.
Recharge. To restore your energy and vitality.
Serenity. Deep, peaceful calm found in natural environments.
Amazed. Grounded. Feeling stable, centered, and emotionally balanced.
Scenery. The natural landscape and beautiful views around you.
And outdoors, outside spaces and natural environments.
Perfect. Now, listeners, here's your homework. Write one repeat after me sentence in the comments using will and any of these vocabulary words.
It could be simple like, I will breathe fresh air tomorrow, or more detailed like, I will find serenity in my local park this weekend.
The important thing is practicing the grammar structure while planning real activities you'll actually do.
Because when you make these plans using will, you're not just practicing English, you're committing to improving your well-being.
That's the beauty of learning language through meaningful topics. The grammar practice serves a real purpose in your life.
Brian, I can't believe how much we've covered in today's episode. From the science of nature's benefits to practical grammar practice, what an amazing journey.
I have to admit, Emily, you've genuinely changed my perspective today. When we started, I was skeptical about spending time outdoors. Now I'm actually excited to try it.
That makes me so happy. And listeners, I hope you're feeling the same way. You now have both the English language tools and the motivation to start planning outdoor adventures.
Cursoriously. So let's recap our key takeaways. First, what's the most important grammar point we covered today?
Simple future with will. The structure is subject plus will plus base verb. I will go outside. Nature will improve my mood. We will unplug this weekend.
And remember, no to after will. It's I will visit the park, not I will to visit the park.
Thanks for catching my mistakes earlier, Brian. That's exactly how we learn, by making errors and correcting them.
Speaking of learning, what surprised me most today was discovering that nature time isn't just pleasant. It actually provides measurable health benefits.
Right? Reduce stress hormones, better sleep, improve focus, enhance creativity, stronger immune system. The research is overwhelming.
And it doesn't require expensive equipment or gym memberships. Just stepping outside for 20 minutes a day will start making a difference.
We'll start making a difference. Perfect future tense, Brian. See how naturally you're using our target grammar now?
I didn't even realize I was doing it. That's the power of learning language through engaging topics instead of boring grammar drills.
Exactly. When you're focused on meaningful content, grammar becomes automatic instead of mechanical.
Curiously. Now, Emily, let's be practical. What specific first step should our listeners take this week?
Choose one small outdoor activity and commit to it using will. For example, I will eat lunch outside tomorrow, or I will take a 10-minute walk after.
The key is making it achievable, right? Don't commit to a 5-hour mountain hike if you haven't been outside in months.
Exactly. Start small and build confidence. I will sit on my balcony for 5 minutes is better than I will climb Mount Everest next weekend.
So I have to ask, Emily, what if someone lives in a place with terrible weather or limited outdoor access?
Great question. Even looking out a window at natural scenery will provide some benefits. Or visiting indoor spaces with plants like botanical gardens or atriums.
So the goal is connecting with natural elements, however possible, not necessarily being in pristine wilderness.
Yes. A small urban park, a houseplant-filled room, or even listening to nature sounds while looking at the sky through a window. All of these will help.
That makes it much more accessible for everyone. No excuses about perfect conditions or ideal locations.
And listeners, here's what I want you to do right now. Pause this podcast and look around. Can you see any natural elements from where you're sitting?
Trees outside a window, houseplants, even natural light counts. Notice how you feel when you focus on these elements instead of screens.
That brief moment of natural focus is already starting to shift your nervous system toward relaxation mode.
I'm actually doing this right now, and I can see a tree outside my window that I never really noticed before. The leaves are moving in a really peaceful way.
See? You're discovering serenity without leaving your chair. Imagine how much better you'll feel when you actually step outside.
Okay, I'm officially convinced. This weekend, I will go to the park near my apartment and spend at least 30 minutes there without my phone.
Brian, that's a perfect commitment using will, and I love that you specified without my phone. True unplugging.
Don't get too excited, Emily. I said 30 minutes, not 30 hours.
30 minutes is perfect. And listeners, we want to hear about your nature plans too. Comment below with your specific will commitment for this week.
Remember, the more specific your plan, the more likely you are to follow through. I will walk in the park on Saturday morning at 10 a.m. is better than I will spend more time outdoors.
And pay attention to how you feel before and after your outdoor time. Notice any changes in your mood, energy, or stress levels.
Because Emily's predictions about nature's benefits sound great in theory, but you'll only become a true believer when you experience the results personally.
Exactly. Your body will give you honest feedback about whether outdoor time creates the improvements we've discussed.
Speaking of feedback, what should listeners do if they want more episodes like this one?
Subscribe to our podcast, share it with friends who are learning English, and tell us in the comments what topics you'd like us to cover next.
We love creating content that combines practical English learning with topics that actually matter in your daily life.
Amazed. Because language learning shouldn't be separate from living. It should help you communicate about things you care about and want to do.
And on that note, Emily, I think we should end with our challenge for listeners.
Yes! This week, create one video or voice message using will to describe your outdoor plans and tag us when you post it.
Practice your pronunciation, use our vocabulary words, and most importantly, Actually follow through with your nature commitment.
Because the best English practice comes from using the language for real communication about real experiences.
All right, listeners, I'll see you in the park. I'll talk to you next episode.
Until next time, remember, fresh air and clear communication go hand in hand, both together. Thanks for listening and happy outdoor adventures.